In this lecture, we'll be covering form input bindings and handling user inputs. Form input bindings, we will be making use of vModel directive to create two-way data bindings on a form input and text area elements. With vModel, it automatically picks the correct way to update the element based on the input type. vModel is essentially syntax sugar for updating data on user input events. Interesting things about vModel is that it doesn't care about the initial value provided to an input or a text area. It will always treat the Vue instance data as the source of truth. So here in our source code, I have created this text box and have used the vModel for our content. Now notice this content is actually the attribute that we have for our data, content, and this is having the value creating components in Vue is easy. So when I'm running this one, here you can see that this is filled with that text over here. Now the interesting thing is if I go ahead and try and update this like this, you can see that it's automatically updating the paragraph tag as well. Now coming on to the other part, that's handling user input. In order to let our users interact with our application, we can make use of the vOn directive to attach event listeners that invoke methods on our Vue instances. Here you can see that we have now introduced another section called methods. So we have element, data, and now methods. This method is actually having one function and its name is flash message. All it's doing is it's alerting the content. So here whatever content is there or whatever we have entered in the text box, that content will actually be alerted over here when we'll click on the flash message button. Now this flash message button, as you can see, we are having this vOn directive associated with the click event. So when a user clicks on this button, it will simply call this function called flash message, and ultimately it's going to alert the user with this content. So let's go ahead and take a look at this now. So whatever we have entered in the text box, if I now click on this button, you'll see the message coming up over here. Creating components in Vue is easy. So that was a short introduction on form input bindings and handling user inputs in Vue.